When they start ignoring you, that's your comeback opportunity. Have you ever experienced this moment? You were once intensely connected, then suddenly your communication becomes distant. Responses gradually decrease, and it feels like they've lost interest in you. This change can plunge you into deep confusion and self-doubt. However, the real test has begun. How do you rekindle attraction amid this coldness? Relationships never guarantee returns based on how much you invest. Initial attraction might heat up quickly due to novelty, but novelty eventually fades. When he feels you're different from his expectations, or you lack consistency in certain areas, his interest can vanish without a trace. At this point, you need to stay calm. Don't get lost in past good memories, or try to win him back through sincerity. The more you humble yourself, the more you lose your value. The real issue isn't that you're not sincere enough, but that he's lost his attraction to you. No matter how hard you try, without emotional appeal, you'll still face rejection. This is when the ability to reignite attraction becomes crucial. If you master these 3 points, your comeback is within reach. First, never ask why they're distant. When he becomes dismissive, asking, "Why aren't you responding to me?" is completely pointless. Someone unwilling to engage with you now doesn't mean they'll never respond again, but they certainly won't change their mind because of your questioning. The more you ask, the more desperate you appear. Relationships aren't about reasoning. You can't make someone like you through logical arguments. No matter how compatible you claim to be or how well you treat him, these points won't move his heart. People's emotional choices are primarily driven by feelings, not logic. When he develops feelings for you, his reasoning naturally shifts to find reasons to like you. If those feelings disappear, he'll easily find excuses to reject you. Questioning not only serves no purpose, but causes you to lose yourself, ultimately becoming a weak figure in his eyes. At that point, the possibility of rekindling interest becomes almost zero. Second, regain your psychological advantage. When you find yourself increasingly dependent on him, feeling like you can't live without him, the relationship has already become unbalanced. You're in an emotionally vulnerable position while he starts seeing you as dispensable. The more anxious you become, the more complacent he feels, and the relationship scales have tilted. The first step to regaining your psychological advantage is to stop pinning your emotions and happiness on him. You need to be a confident, independent person, not someone who's anxious and has lost their identity. When you prioritize your interests in career, he'll recognize your value. In relationships, what attracts others isn't how much you give, but whether you have your own life and independence. Third, learn to provide value. The purpose of messaging isn't to seek his attention, but to create opportunities for him to see your best qualities. If you're living a fulfilling life and can bring value to him, he'll naturally become interested in you. Your focus should always be on improving yourself. The essence of reigniting attraction lies in presenting yourself in a new light, rekindling his curiosity. Only when he sees that you can live an exciting life, that you remain fulfilled even without him, will he truly be attracted to you. Conversely, if you make yourself miserable and needy, hoping he'll fill your void, attraction won't happen. The greatest paradox in relationships is that women want men who add value to their lives while also wanting them to be accommodating. However, most men focus only on accommodation, neglecting the ability to add value. Can you take care of yourself? Are you still improving despite being busy? Before he likes you again, these questions are irrelevant to him. Without the ability to add value, you can only maintain the relationship through pleasing and caring, which ultimately makes you appear more dependent and less attractive. Balance is key in every relationship. If you agree with these ideas, follow me as we explore more relationship tips together.